Pat, overall thoughts on the win?
I think we came out strong, get the 2 goals, and could have done better with the 2-1. But what I liked is if you go back to Birmingham, they get the 2-1, it goes to 2-1 to break. But this one we responded, go 3-1, and then we go into the half. I think we came out second half good, but then one of the things that I'm most proud of is we get pushed back, but you know, they sustain the pressure a little bit, and at the right moment we turn the momentum into our game, and I think we had multiple opportunities to go even 4 or 3-0, like with Damien chances first half, Hope, Araze, you know, so we should have finished those chances. But again, I'm very proud of the boys because of the work that they put in. You know, it's a long season and it's never easy, but we keep finding ways, and I'm very happy with where they are.
You spoke earlier on the season about how until the season was over, Colorado Springs Switchbacks, they're the champions, so to come out and welcome them, beat them 4-1, your own home, not only is that a statement win for you and the boys, but do you think now this could be the beginning of something on a run?
Obviously, you hope that, especially when you play against the champion, until they dethrone, they're the champions, and you gotta give them their respect. They're a good team, you know. They want to play football, and I think it was an entertaining game from both teams. And what you want as a club and what you want for our players is that they see this as an opportunity for themselves. Today, I think we took our opportunities, but we still could have taken more. That is just me being greedy for them. But again, as you said, that was a great win. But again, we got to continue. It's not enough just having this great win and then next game let ourselves down. Like I say, we got to sustain this, maintain it, and improve.
And you spoke briefly about Araze, but as well Flores making his home debut here for Rising. What did you see from him during that backline?
No, from day one I've said, Danny, you know, it means a lot for him to come back to this club. He's from Arizona, and he's from Tucson, and today I think he had around 40 people coming to watch, which is exceptional, you know. And he plays with pride, and also you see his quality shine, come out, calm player, calm defender, plays to win. You know, a lot of time this season, when people bypass us, we let them know. He's like, I'm taking the yellow card, but still play a very calm game. So I'm very happy with what he's bringing to the squad.
Any update on sort of why he had to come off, and same with Carl? Any update on either of those guys?
No, Carl, I think was the shoulder, so that was good. Danny is more of also, you know, he was in pre-season, you know, and we're in the middle of the season, so you're always going to have that little bit behind. But, you know, he's a professional player that we know that he will give us all for those minutes. He did it well. And his replacement with Ryan, you know, finished the goal. And I was very happy for him and played well as well.
Can I ask you, Pat, you had, to start the second half, Charlie on the right wing. We've seen that throughout the season at times. Cien playing on the left, even for not, you know, a huge length of time. We saw him wider. We've seen that at times early this season. But what was the thinking on your part behind, you know, putting those two players who have played a lot in central roles in their careers in those wider spaces in the second half?
I mean, I keep saying that about Charlie. Charlie is a player who's going to give you goals and assists, and he's a very savvy player when he's on the ball, and you know that in his mind, he's always thinking, I want to create for the team. He's a creator. And we know that him coming inside can cause a lot of trouble because not only is his size, but his vision and his awareness in the play. Cien, we know that he is versatile enough to play multiple positions, and so we knew that Araze couldn't go for the full 45 or 30 minutes. So then, you know, it's to keep what it's called Cien out wide, knowing that we can bring him after 10 minutes, around the 71 mark minute. We could bring him in, and then we could push Cien in midfield. Seeing that Noble was on the yellow, and he's also coming back from injury, is just to keep building his fitness. So, but we have a team that is versatile. We have a team that is hungry, and we have, for the first time in the season, real competition for spots that every week matters, which is what you want.
Bouncing off of that, you said about last week's game, having that midfield three of Noble and JP and Hope kind of back was good for you guys.
Yeah.
You see some of the rhythm that they have together. How important do you think that was in terms of the created chances you made today?
No, absolutely. I think those three have been fantastic for us, and so also has I would basically say the five, where you have Carl and Esenge in there as well. So those have been important piece for us. You know, we haven't had that where, you know, we can have that consistency to play with them all the time, you know, because some of them had injuries, some of them, so that had played a lot of part. But to have them back, amazing, you know, amazing.
Pierce has scored goals in back-to-back games and also played the full game in back-to-back games. Has he surprised you at all about his abilities just on the field?
No, he hasn't surprised me. I remember the first time we came to watch them, they were playing an academy game, and from right away you could tell that he would be able to play in this league and in this level, you know. And with young players, it's like training them and teaching them so that when their moment is there, they can take it. You know, you don't want them to get an opportunity and not take it, because maybe that will play on their mental capacity. But the biggest thing with him is he had somebody in front of him show and did it in Braxton, and now he's taking over the mantle, which is a great thing to see. Unfortunately, JMO is out, but we have Tony Capadea coming in, we have Bimbo. So all of these youngsters, they see it and they know that we're not afraid to put them in, because at the end of the day, nobody would have known Piers if there was no opportunity that he created for us to give to him. And also thanks goes to the academy coaches with Rafa, David, and Andy Chapman that I've worked with him through the years. So we're benefiting also from the relationship we have with our academy and the pathway.
Can I ask you, Pod, defensively tonight, and especially in the first half, 47% of the attack for Colorado Springs came down their left third of the field, the right third for you all. You know, Pierce, I spoke with him earlier this week. He talks about, you know, I'm not the fastest player. Right? He recognizes some of his limitations in that way, sort of deputizing for Colin. How do you manage that? Right? What sort of instructions are you giving to Pierce, but also to Esenge and to your squad about, hey, we know maybe we might be targeted down this side. How do you talk about that? How do you respond to that?
No, obviously you talk to him, but for me the biggest lesson is also the game, right? So he has to go in there and experience it and feel it, but we have the ultimate trust, and that's the most important thing. And at the end of the day, you can tell a player about another player that he's going to face, but the outcome, what is going to happen in the game, you don't know. But the biggest quality that he has is, to your point, he understands what he's good at and he understands what he's not good at, so he limits his weaknesses, and that's always what you want in a player. And if the front players does what they need to do, he will not be in those situations. But again, he defended it well. Even though they targeted him, I don't think that it was a lot that he has to deal with. You know, he stood his ground, and also he understood time to go forward, and he took his chances. You know, so on the other hand, also we want him to showcase his quality, and he did that. And he knows that Esenge will be there to help him. JP will there to be to help him. Sako. So I mean, he has improved, and the biggest thing with him is his mindset. His mentality is unbelievable. Right, it's unbelievable. He smells his opportunity, and he ain't letting go.
Right after the fourth goal, obviously Ryan Flood and the team celebrating, but you as well celebrating. Behind you, the fans, they were cheering you on, and then later Flood came to you to give you a hug. And how would you say the connection is between you and players since you got here as a new sergeant?
I mean, we have a great connection, because for us it's about creating an environment where they can be themselves and perform, being at their best by being themselves. You know, so, and us as coaches, I know, and they know, I know myself, I'm very demanding, I'm very intense. You know, I'm satisfied, I'm happy that we won, but I know, and they know that in my mind I'm thinking about the next game. I'm thinking about, because I just believe and know how good they are, and I want them to keep going, because they have something unique in this group, both on and off the field. And I think truly the realization is kicking in, and today was a great start of it, you know. And when we continue like this, we will be dangerous.
Paul, we talked a lot about you with Braxton, about his future with the club and whether he would stay as a pro. Now you talked about how Pierce has sort of taken the Braxton mantle out at the right side. He has a verbal commitment to UC Irvine. Do you have an idea of what his long-term future looks like with the club, as opposed to how it went with Braxton when he went out to Rutgers?
Obviously, similar to Braxton, I want to keep them, but also I understand the true value of going to school and getting an education, because football can be caught short, and it's very important also to have a degree. If I look at myself, my father didn't only allow me to be a footballer, so it was very important to get my degree. So I support him 100% for having that commitment, you know, and he will make the choice when the choice is there for him to be made, just like Braxton. And we as a club, we will always support our players. And this just goes and showcase that when you look at our club, you know, we can give players opportunity, but also they get the opportunity to rise, show themselves that they can get an opportunity into the college rank, and hopefully come back to us or move on to bigger and better things.
You've spoken a lot this year kind of about the ups and the downs, and we've seen really high highs and some really low lows. So when you look at that game and you look at all the home games you have coming up, how do you bottle up the smiles and the feelings of the last 5 minutes plus the end of the game, and also bottle up at the same time the performance from maybe the first 30 minutes and say, hey, this is the way forward for our team?
No, of course, like we spoke about it. Like I said, the quality is there, right? And when it's a new group, especially new coaches, different way of playing, different ask all the time, I think it's more mental taxing than is it physical. You know, that's just the reality of it, because that's why I say they know I'm intense and they cannot have a second breather. You know, but if you look at the progress, it's been there, and it's still there. And yeah, we haven't always rewarded ourselves. You look back at the last game in Tampa, you know, you should have rewarded yourself, but you do it now. And then even in the game, you can see some moments where you're under pressure, where maybe in the beginning of the season, you could have folded. No, we manage those situations better, you know. And so every game you play, whether you win or lose, there's always learning moments that we can take. And with this group, what I love about them is every single day they will come in to give them everything that they have to the last drop to us, you know. And for me as a coach, I cannot ask for more. I will, but I know that they're going to give it, you know. So seeing their progression for the past 8 months, because that's, for me, that's what I would say. I trust the process, and the progression is not game. You know, we are winning 4-1 today because of the process we started in January, and the ups and downs we have, and the belief that we have in our quality, and also as a club what we're doing. Because you see it, Marga goes out, new player come in that is similar, that's going to bring same work ethic, you know, and same demands and accountability that we have. So for me, it's we don't stop, right? This is a beginning. Let's continue.